So throughout New Mexico and in many places, there are places like this, like Corrales, New Mexico is very quiet, very, not a lot of people come out here, safe. I feel comfortable coming out here and walking. It's very relaxing. But you gotta know the areas. There's other places in New Mexico that you need to check the reviews and talk to the locals, talk to the forest rangers always in an area that you're gonna go walk and hike, and ask them if there's any dangers in walking a certain trails. Sometimes they're trying to catch a bear or a mountain lion, so you need to know those things. What are the dangers out here? And sometimes some of the places that you can go walk have the other kind of danger, which is the two-legged kind. There are some areas in New Mexico that are active with drug people and crime, so if you don't know an area, the best thing is to ask the forest ranger and find out what's going on in an area. They usually will tell you for your own safety, so it's always good to kind of check the area's website. Sometimes they write or they put warnings on things that they're watching out for, whether wild animals or wild people. For the most part, I feel pretty much safe in New Mexico, but there are some areas that I really don't go because I don't feel safe there, especially if I'm going on a solo hike. There are some small towns, small communities in New Mexico that have a reputation of being really dangerous, so I stay away from that. I will not name him here, but just be aware, be cautious always when you're doing a walk, even by yourself or even with people. Swing your camera around, make sure there's no one following you or there's anything coming through in the bushes, any rattling. That's what I do. And besides that, I always am in the lookout for places that I find interesting. Like right there, there's a big trunk and it makes like a little tunnel, and I get fascinated from that. It's a childhood experience. When I started hiking at 8 years old, 8 and 9 years old, hiking by myself in the forest, in the jungle. And I get curious about what's in a cave, what's under a tree, what's under a rock. I find that fascinating. But when you're hiking, even with a friend or solo hiking, listen. Sometimes you stop, enjoy the birds, listen to the wind out here. Let me see if I can get, stupid thing is messed up. There it goes. So when I'm hiking, I do like looking up at the trees, hear the wind, stop, enjoy nature, listen to the birds. I find these trees beautiful. The branches are northerly because they're twisting. They're not normal branches like on trees that are straight out. These branches are all turned, and I find that fascinating. I've heard that this is the only area in New Mexico where the cottonwood trees have the northerly branches. And so I find that fascinating and beautiful. And I do like to stop, and it's not all about the hikes. To me, this is coming out here and relaxing and slowing down in life. We're too rushed. People are always running, rush, rush, rush. I prefer to come out here and walk in nature, listen to nature, get the fresh air, than to sit in front of a television and watch movies. Of course, if you cannot walk anymore, then that's all you have. That is good for you. But if you can still do one step at a time, that's all it takes. Do one step and then do another step, and don't think about how far you're going. Just go as far as you want to, or as far as you can. Always stress yourself a little bit more each time. There's a woodpecker here. I just heard him. Oh yeah. I don't see him. But I like to listen to them. So when I'm hiking, I do stop a lot. That's why I don't really pay attention to how many miles I'm walking out here. What I'm interested in, how many hours I'm walking. And usually anywhere from 3 to 6 hours per day when I go out on a hike. And that's what I like. But a lot of times it's not only hiking. Sometimes I stop a lot and listen to what's going on in the trail and look at things that are interesting to me, like trunks like this that are low to the ground. I find that fascinating. I don't know why I like little tunnels. I need to drink electrolyte. I'm getting dizzy. Okay, I need to take a break and drink some electrolytes.